What is up, woke family? So, woke ebucks, and I'm back again with another live stream. So, the topic that I'll be discussing this live stream today is in regards to why people who you think they like you are secretly jealous of you. The one thing that we're going to discuss in this live stream today is in regards to people who you think actually like you, but in reality are jealous of you, right? Y'all got to stop thinking that people who tell you to your face that they mess with you are not plotting on you. Let me repeat that again so y'all can understand me. Y'all have to stop thinking that people who tell you to your face that they mess with you aren't plotting on you. When you start to tell people that you're succeeding, when you start to tell people that you're going places, always pay attention to their body language, always pay attention to how they act behind your back. For example, let's say that you're talking to somebody, right? Or you have a friend and you tell them all the good things that are happening in your life. Then, when you're not around their presence, you try to call them. They either take their sweet time to respond to your call if they don't pick up. That's if they don't pick up. And when they do respond, they sound like they're yelling at you, or they sound like they're angry when they're talking on the phone. That is somebody showing you that secretly they're jealous of your success. You have to realize that at the end of the day, we live in a society now more where people would rather be jealous of your success than try to take notes and figure out what you did to become successful. You understand? So, with that being said, is that a reason to be angry? No. What I would advise personally is stop telling people your business. Let me repeat that again. Stop telling people your business. The minute you let somebody in on your intentions, they have the ability to be able to plot and kill you. They have the ability to plot against you and set you up. That is why when you move, you need to move as an introvert. You need to move in silence. You need to keep everything to yourself. If there's certain things that you're going to do that you know is not going to really interfere with your success, if you want to tell somebody, go ahead. But majority of the moves that you have planned, do not tell anybody. Look at, for instance, in the Bible, right? With Jacob and his sons. Jacob had 12 sons, right? The 12 tribes of Israel or Judah, however you claim it, right? Jacob's last son was Joseph. What did Joseph do? Joseph ended up telling his friends, not even his friends, my bad. Joseph ended up telling his brothers that he was going to rule over them one day. You know what his brothers were, how his brothers reacted? Who does this person think he is, thinking that he's going to rule over us? We're older than him. If anything, we should be claiming dominion over him. But he thinks that he's going to be able to rule over us. So you might think that in sharing good news with your family or your friends that they're going to support you, but majority of the time when it shows them at their weakness and you at your strengths, they're going to be envious of you. They're going to be jealous of you. They're not going to want you to succeed. They're going to want you to fail. They're going to want you to die. You understand? You have to really be careful who you tell your information to, who you tell your goals to, who you tell your ambitions to. Because the reality of the situation is that majority of the people who you think like you, they don't like you. Let me repeat that again. Majority of the people that you think like you do not like you. They're jealous of you. They're envious of you. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you live. They're ready at any point in time to set you up to get killed. You have to really guard your life with God. That's what I'm telling you. As you develop that spiritual relationship with the Most High Jesus Christ, when you develop that relationship with God, He's going to show you the path. He's going to keep you in safety. Because let's really be honest, if it weren't for God, none of us would be alive right now. Human beings, our enemies, would have gotten us killed by now, right? People would have been able to claim dominion. It's because of God. People would have been able to claim dominion over us a long time ago. It's because of God that we're still alive, right? We really need to start guarding our spiritual energy with everything in us, bro. It's not a joke. It's not a game. It's so serious. A lot of people do not guard their spiritual energy. And then when negative things start to happen in their life, what do they blame? They end up blaming God. And it's like God isn't the reason why negative things are happening in your life. You're the reason. You have free will. You have the ability to be able to make a choice and stand on that choice. But just understand that for whatever choice you make, there's going to be either a negative or a positive consequence to that choice. So you have to be ready to face the tune of your own horn, right? You have to learn how to be able to not tell people your business, because these same people that you're telling your business to, you might think that they're on the same side as you. But the reality is that they don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you prosper. They don't want to see you flourish, because the thing is that it highlights their insecurities, right? And it's not like you're telling them to highlight their insecurities. But the thing is that we as Nigerian people, we as Igbo people, we have a saying that "ezoku na fufu nanti." Let me repeat that again. We have a saying that says "ezoku na fufu nanti." When you're being told by one of your relatives or one of your friends the truth, it hurts, right? It hurts you because you know it's the truth and you have to improve. Therefore, you have to do what it takes to be able to self improve. But it's also a different level when someone is telling you their goals, someone is telling you their ambitions, telling you their ambitions. Why? Because that thing, the reality of the situation is that when someone tells you their goals, when someone tells you their ambitions, they're subconsciously telling you, listen, if you see me doing this, you can do it yourself. It's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to boss up. It's time for you to level up. But the reality is that people would rather be in their lower nature and worry about sex and food all the time instead of worrying about how they could become more self-aware, instead of learning how to become more self-sufficient, become more self-reliant, and not only put themselves but put others in that same position in order to be able to boss up. They would rather hate you instead of take notes. They would rather take notes, or they would rather hate you instead of taking notes. They would rather be jealous of you than learn what you're doing in order to be able to become successful for themselves. Or they create their own path in order for them to become successful. They would rather hate on you. And listen, that's okay. You cannot control the people that are not going to like you. What you can control is how you react to people who do not like you. Let me repeat that again. You cannot control the people that are not going to like you. Whoever doesn't like you doesn't like you. Whoever doesn't like me doesn't like me. What you can control is how you react to that. I think it's very, very vital that we really take an opportunity to really self-reflect, ask ourselves what we want out of life, and put ourselves in positions to succeed. A lot of us want everybody to like us. Not everybody's going to like you, no matter what you do, whether it's good or evil. Not everybody's going to like you, and that's okay. You're not here to please the world. You're here to do the mission of the Father. You're here to serve your purpose in which God has called you for. Once you serve that purpose, you go on to the next life. That's why we're here. We're not on earth forever. Earth is just our temporary home, right? After we serve our purpose here in our temporary home, we leave. But a lot of people think that they're going to live here forever. No, this is temporary. Our bodies are temporary, but our souls are eternal. Our spirit is eternal. That is why you have to understand that in this world, spiritual and physical are connected. If you live a life that is bad, that means more likely than not that your spiritual life is evil. It's demonic. But that doesn't mean that it's because it's demonic now that tomorrow it won't be godly. You have to make the decision to change. You have to make the decision to start loving people more. You have to make the decision to start wanting to help people more. You have to make the decision to want to self-improve and put yourself in the top 20% of men worldwide, especially for men that are watching this. This applies to women as well, too, at least when it comes to you showing people more love instead of being jealous, right? Because you might think that even more than men that are jealous, women are even jealous more than men when it comes to them seeing other women succeed, right? That's why they tend to slut shame each other and call themselves an HO3. So we as people, we need to learn how to stop being jealous of other success and understand that your time is coming. Our time is coming. And until our time comes, you have to be ready to go through trials and tribulations and take it on like a champ. Grind hard in order to be able to put yourself in a position of success. Your time is coming. The promise is that a lot of people don't want to wait for their time to come. A lot of people would rather complain. Listen to me carefully. A lot of people would rather complain than do God's work. A lot of people would rather complain than self-improve. A lot of people would rather complain than do what it takes to be able to reach the next level in their life. No matter how much you achieve in this life, you have to understand that you're always going to face some type of demonic force that's going to cause you to either veer off from what God has planned for you, or it's going to put you in a place where, well, that's all putting you in a place where God doesn't want you to be. But you have to be ready to take it on like a champ. You fight those forces that are causing you to be jealous. You fight those forces that are causing you to be envious. You fight those forces that are causing you to have hatred towards your brother, have hatred towards your sister, have hatred towards your friends, have hatred towards your mother, have hatred towards your father, have hatred towards your uncles and aunts, have hatred towards your grandparents, have hatred towards your cousins. It is so important. When you start to embody jealousy, when you start to embody hatred, when you start to embody envy, these are all signs of the devil that working in your life to cause you to not really realize your true purpose. You have to really fight these forces as much as you can because they're going to keep you at your lower vibration. They're going to keep you at a lower sense of not understanding. 1 second, guys. All right. So they're going to keep you at a lower sense of your being. You have to fight these forces in order to be able to put yourself in a good position with God so he can be able to bless every other aspect of your life. Stay locked in. Stay woke. Instead of being jealous of your brother, help your brother. Help people that are less fortunate than you, and then watch God bless your life. But this is what I will say to you. If you're one of those people who loves to help people, which is a very good thing, but you do it because of your ego, understand that your reward is going to be on this earth and not in heaven. Understand this one thing right now. When you do good to somebody, never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Let me repeat that again. Never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. What do I mean by that? If you do something good for somebody, do it in humility. Do it in humility. Don't do it for the whole world to see you so you can be glorified, because that is validation. You're seeking validation. You're seeking approval from others. And people look at that as someone who's clout chasing, someone who's not doing it for the godly reason. And instead you're doing it for demonic reasons. When you're doing it for ego, when you're doing it for pride, to be proud, when you're doing it for validation, that is all demonic. It is not godly, it is demonic. Understand something. It even says in the Bible, when you do good things for people, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. So when you do it in secret, your heavenly Father will bless you in secret. When you start to do good things for people, don't glorify yourself. Don't seek validation from others by posting it on a video, whether it's to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, Snapchat, it doesn't matter. Do it in secret so God can bless you in secret. As of every other good thing that you're going to do for another human being, understand your time is coming. Trust in God. He will bless you abundantly. Stay locked in. Stay focused. Trust in God. Understand that all the trials and tribulations that you're going through in your life is only temporary. Goodness is coming for you. Goodness is coming for your family. Great things are going to start to happen in your life. Stay locked in. Understand that. Right? And for those that are secretly jealous of you, understand that they're only going to become more jealous of you as you become more successful. They're only going to become more jealous of you as you start to reveal more of your plans for them. So you really want to be careful what you tell people. It's very important. Trust in God. Take these trials and tribulations like a champ and understand that it's only temporary. And greatness is going to start to come into your life. A lot of people want to be successful. A lot of people want to do great things with their life, but the reason they're not able to is because of their mentality, because of their work ethic, because of their drive, because of their spirituality. You have to really hone in on your skills of learning what it takes to be humble, move in humility, not in pride. Move in humility, not in pride. The reality of the situation is that the world we live in right now is very materialistic. They want you to focus on things that have nothing to do with you self-improving, nothing that have to do with you becoming the greatest version of yourself. You have to detach yourself from the things that are material of this world. Does that mean that you can't want to have material things? No. But it becomes a problem when you feel like you need those material things. Understand that material things in your life, whether it's a car, whether it's a chain, whether it's Balenciaga shoes or whatever, all of those are luxuries. As long as you have the necessities in your life, you should be satisfied. Go back to that childlike mentality when the ice cream truck would pass by and you were just happy off of seeing the ice cream truck. When you were happy off of the little thing, whether it was your dad coming back from work, if you had your dad and your wife, or your mom coming back from work and you spend time with her. People now, especially with the social media age, think that they need everything in order to be able to be praised. Because the thing is that you're looking at these social media stars and you think that because they have the chains and all that, that you have to have those things. You don't have to have them. It's not a necessity. If you have them, nice, but it's not a necessity. Walk in your true light. Walk in your true path towards spirituality and being woke in order to be able to make God happy in your life and understand that everything that's happening right now when it comes to who you tell your information to has the ability to keep you alive or kill you. If you understand, it's because you're woke. If you don't understand, you're not woke. Assuming in this live stream, if you like this live stream, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this live stream with your friends, subscribe to the channel at Woke Ebuks, WOKEEBUKS. Tap the notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below and some social media links. So make sure you go give those a check. Without further ado, this coming to this live stream. This is Woke Ebuks, and I'm out, man.